Hi, my name is Jay Grams. My family has owned the Volo Auto Museum since 1960. We have a few hundred of the most exciting collector cars, and they're all for sale in one location. I personally have handpicked them from around the country. Welcome to my sales shop. Come on, let's go for a spin. Hey everyone, we have a pretty special car here today, a 1966 Nova, and boy have I got a lot to tell you about this one. It's all custom suspension, brakes, air conditioned, a really hot 500 and something horsepower motor under the hood, 5-speed trans. It's got a lot going on. If you go to volocars.com, that's where you can read all the specs, see all the pictures, photos, top to bottom of this car, and you'll see the price there as well. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and click on the little bell. That way you'll be notified as these videos come out. But right now, let's take this hot rod for a spin. The 66, 67 Nova is a really popular car because they got a good, handsome, clean body style. They just make a good hot rod. Not to mention they're a little lightweight car. You pack a motor under there, you got something special. But this car is more than just a motor under the hood. I'll start off by telling you about the underneath. There's actually I have a binder. I'll show you. I have a stack of receipts. $8,800 just in parts from Heights Suspension. It's got their Super Ride 2 front subframe with the tubular control arms, coil-over gas shocks, sway bar. Then it's got the frame connectors, which ties it into the back. In back, it's got 4-link suspension with the panhard bar, all welded in shock mounts, coil-over gas adjustable shocks in back as well. Upgraded Willwood custom brake system, drilled and slotted rotors. It says they're 4-piston disc brakes, calipers, custom e-brake cables, braided stainless hoses, all the lines. The whole brake system is really nice custom stuff. All new fuel system. It's got real high-end fuel lines and fittings, an electric fuel pump, new tank, new straps. It's got a fat exhaust system with a crossover pipe, Flowmaster mufflers. The bottom of the car is spotless. The way this whole car was put together, and you'll see that underneath, all the brackets, all the tubing, all the clamps, everything is just done very meticulously. So they took a lot of pride in building this car. It's got lowered 2-inch drop spindles in front. Look at this stance. So this car, the way I describe it, you want to go to a road course, it'll do that. You want to snap your neck at the green light, it'll do that. You want to cruise the boulevard with the air conditioning on, it does that too. It's a well-built car with all good stuff, built by professionals. So let me show you the car. I'll open the trunk as it's going by here. Super clean, dry metal. I didn't see any patches or anything ugly in here. Nice, clean trunk. Battery's been relocated to the trunk. It's in a box and there's a battery cutoff switch there. The wiring looked new. Of course, it's all painted real nice. New weather strip, the hardware. Everything's real clean in the trunk. The interior, really nice. These sports seats, they hold you in place. And I learned, I had a 65 Chevelle that was kind of built like this, and they left the bench seat in there, and you start cornering, and you're all over the place. You're hanging onto the steering wheel. Those seats are comfy, they're adjustable, they hold you in place. Has a full array of some really cool gauges. But under the hood, this is really cool. If I can show you, there we go. The specs are online. I tried to remember all this stuff, but that's a 434 stroker motor. They started with a brand new Darts block and then built it from there. Edelbrock aluminum intake, a trick flow carburetor, a billet distributor with MSD ignition, digital ignition, hooker headers, comp cam. It's got the serpentine belt and pulley system up front. It does have air conditioning, so it's a hot rod, but it's civilized if you want it to be. Power rack and pinion steering. We'll fire it up in a minute. You're going to like it. All this is new. The handles, the cranks, the armrests, the trim, the door panels are new. The door jambs are beautiful. The weather strips are replaced. I was mentioning the custom gauges. They light up blue. It's got a tachometer. They actually cut a hole in the dash and installed it really neatly. It's got a tilt column with a nice sport wheel. The air conditioning vents are down below. They put 12-volt receptacles in there so you can charge your phone. It's a Tremec 5-speed on the floor. New visors, headliner, seat belts front and back. It's all new inside. Back to the engine compartment. Everything's blacked out. The alternator, AC, it's just a nice clean installation. I'm pretty sure those are aluminum heads, but they're painted black as well as the intake. Real nice valve covers. It's got a hydraulic clutch, all new wiring, all new custom inner fenders because the front suspension has been reworked. So they've added these support bars that go from the firewall down to the subframe. The air conditioning is neatly installed. It's got a new aluminum radiator with electric fan and a shroud. Show quality under here. And again, the workmanship, just the way the wires and everything is done, it's nice. Brand new. I have the receipt. They're GM front fenders, so those are new. Body is clean. The doors shut like a new car. Everything fits really nice. I felt all along the bottoms. There's no bubbles, no blisters. Just a clean body, professionally done. The paint's all slick. All the emblems are done. All new taillights, not just the lenses, but the whole housing, the bumper. All new glass. I mean, all of it. The side windows, the back window, the windshield. All new trim. All these moldings have been replaced. All the rubber gaskets and seals. The fuzzy strips in here, it's all new. They didn't cut corners on this car. Everywhere you look, it's quality. So I'm going to start it up for a second here. And I mentioned I would show you the receipts. This is filled with receipts and literature about the build of the car. I got to get the right key in here. Course. It starts right up, idles on its own. It's not even warmed up. Like I said, it's not warmed up. I forgot to turn the electric fuel pump on. That's why it just shut off. There's so much to talk about in this car. I didn't mention it has a completely brand new rear end. It's a Ford 9-inch. I mean, the whole thing's new. The housing, it's a 31 spline. It's a 370 posi. It's a brand new Tremec TKO 600 5-speed transits in there. I mean, brand new, not rebuilt. And all the components attached to it. The forged steel flywheel, hydraulic clutch, bell housing, that's all new. So you literally have a new motor, new trans, new rear end, not rebuilt, but new stuff. All new suspension, all new brakes. The car is a new car. So anyway, visit volocars.com, and that's where you'll get all the correct specs, the horsepower. We have a dyno sheet. There's 500 and something horsepower, like 588 pounds of torque. So it's a healthy little bugger. New torque thrust wheels. They're 16 by 8s. It's volocars.com. That's where you get all the accurate specs. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. That's the way you'll see these videos as we put them out, but you got to click the little bell. On our website, you'll find plenty of ways to contact us. We'll walk you through the whole process of buying the car. We'll answer as many questions, videos, more pictures, whatever we can do to help you. So I appreciate everyone's been watching, and do come back for more.